Somewhere in the world, a man just bought his dream phone. A few minutes later, he's already watching videos about the next one. Someone finally got the job they prayed for. 6 months later, they're counting the days until the weekend. Someone moved into a beautiful house, filled it with expensive furniture, hung a giant TV on the wall, and still feels strangely empty. Here's the weird part. Humans have never been richer, never been safer, never had more entertainment, more food, more comfort, more technology. Yet anxiety, loneliness, and depression are rising almost everywhere. How is that possible? Did modern life fail us? Or is there something inside the human brain that no amount of money can satisfy? To answer that, we have to go back, not 100 years, not 1,000 years, but nearly 300,000 years. Because your body is living in 2026, but your brain is still expecting the Stone Age. Imagine you wake up tomorrow, without electricity, without notifications, without an alarm. The first thing you hear isn't your phone. It's birds, the wind, children laughing somewhere nearby. You don't check Instagram, because it doesn't exist. Nobody sends emails. Nobody asks for a meeting. Nobody is waiting for you to reply. Your biggest question isn't, what should I wear? It's, where can I find food today? For almost all of human history, this wasn't unusual. This was normal. For around 95% of our existence, humans lived as hunter-gatherers. Every day looked different. Some days you hunted. Some days you gathered fruit. Some days you caught nothing at all. Your brain evolved in this unpredictable world. And that's important, because evolution doesn't care about happiness. It only cares about survival. Your ancestors weren't rewarded for relaxing. They were rewarded for noticing danger. A strange sound, a moving shadow, fresh footprints in the dirt. The people who paid attention survived. The people who didn't became someone else's lunch. That same survival system is still running inside your head. Except today, there are no lions outside your house. Instead, there are unread emails, deadlines, bills, social media, and somehow, your brain treats all of them like they're life-threatening. That's why your heart races before an interview. Why a mean comment can ruin your whole day. Why one embarrassing memory from 5 years ago suddenly appears at 2 a.m. Your brain isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it evolved to do. The problem is, the world changed much faster than the human brain ever could. Now imagine, a caveman finds a tree full of sweet fruit. His brain releases dopamine, not because he is happy, but because dopamine says, do that again. Thousands of years later, nothing has changed. Only the fruit did. Now the fruit looks like likes, followers, shopping, fast food, video games, endless scrolling. Every notification whispers the same thing. One more. And your brain listens, because it thinks, this might help me survive. The companies building these apps understand something most people don't. They're not competing for your money. They're competing for your attention, because attention is the most valuable resource your brain has. Every swipe, every click, every short video triggers tiny bursts of dopamine. Not enough to satisfy you, just enough to make you want another one. It's the psychological version of eating salty chips. You never really feel full. You just keep reaching into the bag. And somehow, the emptier you feel, the more you consume. Why success doesn't feel like success. Imagine a man who spends 10 years chasing his dream. He studies while everyone else is sleeping. He skips birthdays, misses weddings, works weekends, sacrifices everything for one goal. Finally, he gets it. The dream job, the bigger house, the expensive car. For a few days, life feels incredible. Then something strange happens. Nothing. The excitement fades. The dream slowly becomes normal. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Your brain is built to adapt. If it didn't, your ancestors would have stopped searching for food after one good meal. They would have stopped building shelters after one warm night. Human beings survive because satisfaction never lasts forever. But in modern life, this survival feature creates a strange curse. Every achievement quickly becomes your new normal. The phone you couldn't stop thinking about becomes just your phone. The car that once made you smile becomes transportation. The salary that felt impossible starts feeling average, and suddenly you're chasing the next thing, not because you're greedy, because your brain quietly moved the finish line. Again, and again, and again. The strange part is, most people don't realize they're running on a treadmill. They think the next promotion, the next relationship, the next vacation will finally make everything feel complete. But the finish line keeps moving, because that's exactly how the human brain evolved. The loneliest generation. Now imagine two different evenings. In the first, 30 people sit around a fire. Children run between adults. Someone is cooking. Someone is telling a ridiculous story. Everyone laughs. Nobody checks a phone. Nobody wonders if they're missing out somewhere else, because everyone they care about is already there. Now imagine the second evening, a modern apartment, one person, a microwave dinner. Netflix asks, "Are you still watching?" Nobody has spoken to them all day. Ironically, they've liked 40 photos, commented on 6 posts, replied to 12 messages, and still feel completely alone. Humans evolved in small tribes, not cities of millions, for hundreds of thousands of years. Being alone was dangerous. A lone human rarely survived. That's why loneliness hurts. Your brain treats social isolation almost like physical pain, because for most of history, it actually was life-threatening. Today, you can spend an entire week surrounded by people without feeling truly seen by anyone. We have more ways to communicate than ever before. Yet genuine conversation has become surprisingly rare, the comparison machine. Now imagine you're the fastest runner in your village. Everyone admires you. You feel proud. Life is good. Then suddenly, you open an app, and within 30 seconds, you meet someone richer, someone stronger, someone better looking, someone younger, someone traveling the world, someone buying their third luxury car, someone who somehow looks happy every second of every day. Your ancestors compared themselves to maybe 30 people. You compare yourself to billions. Your brain wasn't designed for that. Social comparison once helped humans survive. If someone made a better spear, you copied them. If someone found a better food source, you learned from them. Comparison had a purpose. Today, comparison never ends. The moment you feel successful, your phone introduces someone doing even better. The game has no finish line and no winner, because someone will always appear happier than you, even if they're just as lost. The biggest lie modern life told us. Modern culture tells us something every single day. If you just buy one more thing, you'll finally be happy. If you become more successful, you'll finally relax. If more people admire you, you'll finally feel enough. But history tells a different story. The happiest moments most people remember rarely involve buying something. Instead, they remember laughing with friends, road trips, family dinners, playing outside as children, watching sunsets, holding someone's hand, moments that cost almost nothing, because your brain still values what it evolved with: connection, movement, purpose, nature, conversation, not endless consumption. The strange truth is, modern life solved many problems, but it accidentally created new ones. And most of them can't be fixed with money alone. What ancient humans had that we lost. Here's something strange. Your ancestors didn't own much. No savings account, no private bedroom, No expensive clothes, no retirement plan. If you looked at their lives from the outside, they looked poor. But if you looked closer, you'd notice something surprising. Almost nobody ate alone. Almost nobody raised children alone. Almost nobody faced problems alone. Life was shared. If someone found food, everyone ate. If someone got sick, everyone helped. If someone lost a loved one, nobody said, "Stay strong." They simply stayed. Today, many people know hundreds of contacts, yet have no one they can call at 2 a.m. We built taller buildings, but smaller communities. We built faster internet, but slower conversations. We became connected to everyone and close to almost no one. Maybe that's why loneliness feels so heavy, because your brain still expects a tribe, not followers. The price of comfort. Comfort is amazing. Heating, air conditioning, medicine, cars, online shopping, food delivered to your door. These are incredible achievements, but comfort has a hidden cost. The less our bodies struggle, the less they move. Our ancestors walked because they had to. We buy gym memberships to imitate what survival once gave us for free. Our ancestors spent hours outside. We buy vitamin D supplements. They watch the sunset every evening. We download meditation apps to escape the stress created by the lives we built. None of this means modern life is bad. It means our biology hasn't caught up. Your body still expects movement, sunlight, fresh air, real conversations, periods of rest. Instead, it gets screens, artificial light, deadlines, notifications, and endless sitting. Then we wonder why we're tired all the time. The original affluent society in the 1970s. Anthropologists began using a strange phrase, the original affluent society. Not because hunter-gatherers owned more, because they wanted less. Think about it. Imagine two people. The first earns millions, but always wants more. The second has enough and feels grateful. Who is actually richer? Modern culture teaches us that wealth is about possessions. Ancient life suggests wealth might be about having enough food, enough friends, enough laughter, enough time. Somewhere along the way, we became experts at increasing our standard of living, but beginners at increasing our standard of life. They're not the same thing. The life we forgot. If a hunter from 20,000 years ago walked into your apartment, he would probably think you were magical. Clean water appears from the wall. The room becomes warm with a button. Food waits inside a glowing box. You travel farther in 1 hour than he could in several days. He would envy your technology. But after a week, he might ask something strange. Why does nobody sit together after sunset? Why does everyone stare at glowing rectangles? Why does everyone look busy, but exhausted? Why do so many people eat alone? He wouldn't understand, because for almost all of human history, life wasn't measured by productivity. It was measured by people, by stories told around a fire, by children laughing nearby, by knowing your neighbors, by sleeping when it was dark, by waking with the sun. The world changed. Our instincts didn't. Maybe that's why success sometimes feels empty. Maybe that's why buying something new never lasts. Maybe that's why the moments we treasure most can't be bought. The truth is, we should never go back. Modern medicine saved millions of lives. Science gave us longer lives. Technology connected the world. These are victories worth celebrating. But progress doesn't mean forgetting what made us human. Your brain still wants the same things it wanted thousands of years ago. Meaning, movement, friendship, nature, laughter, time. Not because you're old-fashioned, because you're human. So the next time you feel like something is missing, maybe don't ask, "What should I buy next?" Ask, "What part of being human have I forgotten?" Because happiness was never hiding inside a shopping cart. It was hiding in the things we stopped making time for. And maybe that's something worth remembering.